All right, so I'm Dan from the Discuss Metal podcast.
You can say discography discussion.
All right, well, discography discussion podcast. Joe and I got this awesome deal with Facedown Records. It's 20 CDs for $20. So we decided that once we got our boxes in the mail, that we would unbox them for the world to see. So we're gonna do that now. See if we got the same stuff. See if we didn't. So, and I'm gonna open my box first because I'm that way. So the first one that I got was My Epic, and the album's called Broken Voice. Pretty cool. I haven't heard it yet, so I'm gonna listen to it later. Next one I got was Everything in Slow Motion, Phoenix. I've heard this actually a few times and really enjoy it, so glad to have a physical copy of it. Next one I got was Behold by My Epic. So I don't have a whole lot of My Epic stuff, so this is cool to have. The other ones I got are Poured Out, Blinded Heart, which is it's an EP, and it's like straight hardcore, and I love it. So again, glad to have it. Other one I got was this is another My Epic. This is an EP called Viscera. Glad to have this. Have not heard this yet. And then I got another Everything in Slow Motion EP. This one's called Laid Low. Haven't heard this yet either. So good stuff. I got Gideon Calloused. Thank you very much, Facebook or Facedown. This is one of my favorites. This is Saving Grace, The Urgency. Really good metalcore record. And again, glad to have a copy. So another really good record. This is Hands, Give Me Rest. Really worth it for $1 for sure. Then I got Pride of the Wicked by War of Ages. This is one of the only War of Ages records I don't have. I'm glad to have that. Next one is Onward to Olympus, Indicator. Really glad to have this. I've got the first two Onward to Olympus records, and then this is the one I don't have. So now I have it. I've got another War of Ages. This is Supreme Chaos. This is their latest release, which I have not heard yet, so I'll probably listen to that on the way home. Seems like it's going to be a good time for me. Really excited to see this in here. This is Winterreich by Immortal Souls. It's melodic death metal. It's really cool. And if you're a big fan of like bands like In Flames or Dark Tranquility, check out Immortal Souls. This is one I actually have already. This is Breaker by For Today. Really good record. This is definitely trade bait, though, because I have it already. So, yeah, let me know. Next one is State of Mind by Those Who Fear. This is one of the heaviest hardcore bands I've heard recently, so definitely glad to check this out. This is pretty recent. This is 2016, so cool to get such a recent release in a grab box format. You never know what you're going to get. Next one is another new one. This is Deathbreaker. The album's called Disconnect. This came out this year, 2017. So really cool to have that in a grab box. This is X-Toll, self-titled X-Toll. Came out a few years ago. I actually have this on vinyl. I don't have the CD version, so definitely cool to have this. Next one is The Life and Death of a Plea for Purging by A Plea for Purging. Really good record. It's also trade bait because I have it already. Next one is Return to Life by War of Ages. So, Facedown, you have actually completed my War of Ages collection at this point. There's now not a War of Ages I don't have.
Dude, 20 for 20. They know
So
what you like.
thank you for that. Yep. And then the last one I have here is Milestone by Gideon. Really good record too. Probably my favorite one by Gideon. So it's good to have this in physical format. So that's my box, Joe. So we're gonna see, I guess, what your box has in store. If it's the same or if it's different in any way.
What's the bet?
I don't know. I'm not gonna put money on it. I think it's probably the same since we ordered them relatively the same time.
I'll say 5 of these are the same.
I'd say a lot of them are probably the same, but we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna unbox Joe's box because I can.
Dude, get your hands out of my box.
So he's got another My Epic Broken Voice, so that one's the same. This is everything in slow. No. Sorry, this is at My Epic Viscera, so that's also the same. And then we've got Behold by My Epic. That one's also the same. Ooh, this is different. This is Your Memorial Redirect, which is an album that I really want, but don't have. So, haha, you got that, Joe. This one is Everything in Slow Motion Laid Low. So that one's the same. We got a Poured Out Blind Heart EP. That's also the same. Got another Deathbreaker Disconnect. You're going to like this one, I think. And we've got Hands, Give Me Rest, which is a really great band, but also the same. We got For Today Breaker, also the same. We've got Immortal Souls, Winterreich. So there you go, Joe.
Dude, I love my
for you.
Immortal Souls.
We got Those Who Fear, State of Mind, another repeat. Got Saving Grace, The Urgency, that's also a repeat. War of Ages, Pride of the Wicked, that's a repeat as well. Plea for Purging, Life and Death of, another repeat.
Trade Bait,
yep. Gideon, Milestone, another repeat. War of Ages, Return to Life, repeat. Except yours, Joe, apparently has the artwork folded.
You son of a bitch.
It was $1. We've got a War of Ages, Supreme Chaos, so it's another repeat. We got X-Toll, self-titled X-Toll, another repeat. And what else we got here? We got another Indicator by Onward to Olympus. And Gideon, Calloused. So these boxes were essentially the same. The only ones that were different were you got that Your Memorial record. And let me see.
I thought there was one other one that was different.
Yeah, there's got to be, right? Because there's 20.
So I got the Your Memorial.
Right.
So I only got one Trade Bait.
You don't have. I don't think you have Laid. Do you have Laid Low by Everything in Slow Motion? Looks like you do.
We got two Gideons.
My Epic. And then, yeah, I got two Gideons. Let me see what I got that you don't have. Oh, you know what? I don't think you got Phoenix by Everything in Slow Motion.
No, I did not.
So it's this one. Is the difference. So cool. Him and I will work that out on our own. And just thought it'd be cool to do an unboxing video. If you like this kind of thing, let us know. We'll do more. So cool beans. Fun.